Hey, still right there, Miss Jiang. Most of you remember me as one of the co-trainer in Video Hero. So the fact that you have been watching this video right now, in the next 10 minutes, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I congratulate you for taking this leap of faith to sign up for the Video Hero Accelerator Accountability Program. Or I just keep in short, VHAAP. Or I just use the word accountability. Because you do not know exactly what this program is about, you just take a leap of faith and say yes and go to the back of the room and register. So I feel that it is important at this juncture to actually talk about what is this program and set you up to prepare for this exciting 12 months that we are going to be together. Number one, when you're watching this video, you know that you are already in the private Facebook group, which means that nobody else except you guys who have already made the full payment will be joining me and David in the next 12 months in this very exciting and it might seem to be scary journey because I didn't really frame a lot of the details of this program. But you know what? In life, how many of you agree that you take action without full details? Because a lot of people, they are thinking too much in their head. They have so many worries. Eventually, they are not moving forward. Got it? Okay. So what is this accountability program? You will see the rules I call it Code of Honor, which we'll find in the description of this private Facebook group. Go and study them. And all I want you to do is, as soon as you have finished reading the rules, we call the Code of Honor, comment a yes, I got this, so that I know you have already read it. If you don't understand any of the thing, which I do my best to stay in plain and simple English, ask. Again, all I want you to do is to ask a question because that helps me to understand whether you can agree with the rule unconditionally and in full alignment. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, on this Facebook group, you will also see a pretty complicated, detailed, descriptive, if you like, the rules of how this accountability program works. So I'll just use simple 3-part process to explain how it looks like and sound like to some of you, in case you do not like to read detailed documents. Okay, number one, on 1st of August 2019 at 8 p.m. Singapore Malaysian time, that's the time, so please write this down, 1st of August, 8 p.m. Singapore Malaysian time. I just want to make sure the timing is correct. We will be doing together an onboarding call. So what is an onboarding call? If you remember when I was giving the presentation, I was talking about my hero goal setting process that allows you to be able to focus setting goals that are logically and emotionally aligned. So this process is what I'm going to go through with you guys in that onboarding call. Now, we are not going to do this one by one because that is actually a time wasting if we were to do this. And a value of time, all I want you to do is in this few days before the onboarding call, just take a moment to look around and start thinking what you plan to achieve in the next 12 months. When I say look around, if you feel attuned to the beach or to the nature or just the bird, the skies, cloud, whatever, I just want you to start feeling what you want to achieve in these 12 months. Because the nature, like I said to some of my students, tell you the answer. So instead of thinking from within, use the nature to support you, and you know what? The magic may happen. So I want you to go through the exercise before we meet on the onboarding call, because in the onboarding call, I'll go through with you the process that helps you come up with the goals, at least for the next 3 months. Pretty important. And like I said, when I work with some other students, like, does it mean that your goals will never change? Currently, I'm working with one of my students in Singapore, and you know what? She has been changing her goals 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Because when you have achieved a goal, would you agree that you will have a new goal? Would you agree that you will set some more goals? So I want you to be able to set clear goals, emotionally and logically aligned, and then you move forward. When you hit the goal, then you allow yourself to set another one another one, and another one. Got it? All right. The next thing, after the onboarding call, what's next to happen is what we call the spreadsheet tracking. Sounds scary, right? Spreadsheet tracking. Okay, stay cool. If you need to drink water, drink water. You can pause the video and drink water first. That's fine. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's continue. So accountability comes with this spreadsheet. Each and every one of you will have your individual spreadsheet. So familiarize yourself how Google spreadsheet works. Because this is the time you will update on your Google spreadsheet, because you have your link. I know access to your spreadsheet. David will be the watchdog to see whether you say you want to do A, B, C, D, E, whether you indeed have done that. Now, in the rules, I actually explained that all I want from all of you is to be realistic. What it means is that if you say that I will spend in a week 10 hours, okay, this is just an example. I will spend the 10 hours in a week to do a lot of videos. The two things that can happen. Number one, when you say a lot of videos, you don't know how many you're talking about. So I want you to be specific. You can say, like, in the next week, I want to do 50 videos. You may want to be very precise by saying 50 videos of how long? 50 videos of not more than 3 minutes. Got it? So be clear, as specific as possible. Number two, the other thing is that it's 10 videos of each of which not more than 3 minutes long over commitment. Because when you commit something, all we are looking for is you actually have set 10 videos, you have done it. So sometimes people are a bit more ambitious, or some people feel a bit guilty, whichever the case might be. They may not be able to achieve 10. And you know what? If you cannot achieve 10, how many of you agree that the following week it is unlikely for you to achieve your goals? So all I want from all of you is to ask yourself, based on your current commitment, is 10 video realistic? So let's say you can only afford 3 videos, spending time to do three videos. Okay, 1, 2, 3, then just say 3. Why? Because overcommitment results in no action and failure to deliver a promise. Whereas being able to commit and doing it is a sign of success. So if you have done 3 videos this week, we will say, all good, cheers for you. And next week, you might then reassess whether you can do 4, do 5. You can progress step by step upward, but you do not want to progress step by step backward and downward. Got it? So assess your timetable, your capacity before you set the action step, because to me, overcommitment is the no-no. Undercommitment, of course, is no good, but be realistic. And we will work with you to come up with the realistic answer. Okay? So the action steps will be coming up from you simply based on the goals that you have set. Now, we are not here telling you what you have to do. Let's be realistic here. We are all adults. So I'm not going to point finger and say, hey, you have to do this and this and this. But occasionally, David and I will look at your spreadsheet and say, hey, maybe you want to consider this action step, because from our perspective, from our experience, you know what? These action steps may not be useful to you. So we may give you suggestion, or even in some cases challenge you to do better. So this is at our own discretion based on our experience. But most importantly, this exercise is more or less driven by you. So if you say you are self-motivated, self-initiated, and you are able to deliver your promise, you will be able to achieve your goals. Got it? Good. Okay, so this is the accountability weekly spreadsheet. Now, rules tell you when you would notify us of submission of the spreadsheet. So last night when I was thinking the logistic, I believe that I finalized this arrangement. That is, instead of sending the Google spreadsheet to us, to David and myself via email, we will impose you to submit the spreadsheet link every single week. There will be a post on the Facebook group saying that this is the post for you to comment below the link. So let's say we talk about 5th of August 2019 as week number 1. So the deadline for submitting the link to us will be on the 12th of August at 12 p.m. Singapore Malaysian time. You see, I'm very specific. So what happened? So we'll create a post saying that please post your link please post your link by 12 August, 12 p.m. Singapore Malaysian time. That is for the week commencing 5th of August. So you put the link and we will use Facebook timer to decide whether you submit on time. Now, this is what will happen. Number one, it is done before 12 p.m. on 12th of August. Good. Then we'll just look at your spreadsheet and see whether you have achieved all the goals or may have taken all the steps. If you have done, good. That's the end of that week. Then you move forward to week number 2. Now, some of you may post your spreadsheet. I don't know who, I'm just saying some of you may post your spreadsheet after 12 p.m. If you have done this, it is considered a late submission. A late submission should take responsibility to deliver by posting your spreadsheet link before the deadline. Now, some of you might say, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? My mother is sick, my dog is sick, I'm not able to submit the spreadsheet or post the spreadsheet before the deadline. You do whatever it takes to notify us via the Facebook group that you are not able to. If you give us notification in advance, we are basically renegotiating your commitment. That we can accept. But if it's done only after the deadline, and you know what, in the business world, when you only inform us after the deadline, that is considered a failure to submit. That will trigger penalty. Now, we do recognize the fact that sometimes in life, like suddenly because of family reason, emergency reason, you can't really notify us in advance. Now, for those emergency cases, we can accept after the fact notification or after the event notification, but we will ask for proof. In other words, we don't want to abuse the system by using this reason often. We will consider this probably may happen in once, 2 times, or 3 times a year. We will ask for documentary evidence from you saying that you are not able to submit the Google link based on emergency reason. So I've factored various possibilities from my experience in handling similar program in the past. These are some of the possible scenarios. Again, it may sound very complicated, but you know what? If you say what you do what you say, you submit your link consistently and regularly before deadline, whatever I said above is irrelevant. Got it? As I shared with some of you before you go to the back of the room and sign up, you guys are so worried about not being able to commit, not being able to take the action. Let's think about it in business world. If you only worry about all these things, guess what will happen? These things will happen in life. So I want you to defocus things that are not working for you. Instead, focus on things that are working for you, things that you said you would do and will make you a better version of yourself. That's what I want from all of you. Okay, so that moves on to number 3, the part 3 of this accountability group or accountability rule. Third part is this. Third part is the penalty. So I've talked about the penalty, how it's triggered. So let me remind you how this works. When you invest in this program, the investment of 5,000 ringgit is a credit. By the end of this 12 months, if you have done everything that you have said you will do, we'll return you 5,000 ringgit credit without asking you any question. In fact, we'll congratulate you, and that should be the case. So the best case scenario is that you, although part 5,000 ringgit with us, by the end of the 12 months, you will get every single cent back. Good. So this is the best case. Now, what's the worst case? The worst case is you have committed an offense by not submitting your Google spreadsheet on time, or you said you want to do something and you didn't deliver. Okay, so this will trigger what we call the offense. For the very first time, if you trigger this offense, that's 50 ringgit penalty, 50. If it happens again in the following week, what we call 2 strikes in a row, the second strike will trigger a penalty of 500 ringgit. It's not 500 for 2 weeks. It's 500 for the second week and 50 for the first week. So you see it's 550. And if you hit, unfortunately, in the unlikely scenario, 3 strikes in a row, And 3 strikes in a row is very difficult to happen. Why? Because you will tell us why you do not submit the spreadsheet, or for some reason you are not able to, you want to renegotiate your commitment. So you have done this, then you won't have a 3 strikes. But if you decide to quit, okay, then my question is that why do you want to invest in this program in the first place, right? So if you, in an unlikely event, hits 3 strikes in a row, what will happen is that will mean that, I'm sorry, we'll take your credit off the table. So regardless of what you do in future, you won't get your money back. Okay, you will not get your 5,000 back because you have used up the credit. So the moment that you have 3 strikes in a row, you will get nothing from us. So all I want you to do is that make sure you do what you say. And of course, we will challenge you that some of you may think, okay, in order to really not to trigger the 5,000 credits not to be refunded, very simple. I just set very low bar. And then I will just take 1 step. You know what? That's why we say David and myself will challenge you to raise your bar. We don't want you to play below the line or do things that is easy. We want you to be uncomfortable. We want you to grow. At the same time, we don't want you to be overly committed. Okay, got it? So the penalty is like this. Only 3 strikes in a row, you won't see your money back. If you are missing 1 week, let's say week 9, and you do it again in week 26, then for only first time, we call it the first time penalty, it's just 50 ringgit, 50 ringgit. At the end of the day, at the end of the 12 months, if in unfortunate situation, you have 3 weeks where you are not able to submit your spreadsheet link, or you do not do what you say, you trigger only 50 ringgit times 3. So which means that at the end of the 12 months, guess how much you can get it back? Okay, so that's right, it's 4,850 ringgit. You see? So that's why this program, if you think about it carefully, we are not actually taking money from you. We'll just ask you to park money with us for 12 months, have skin in the game so that you can move forward. Now, in between, if you've got any questions arising from this accountability program, you get stuck, you do not know how to move forward, maybe your time prioritization screws up, or maybe 1 week you feel absolutely down, you will ask the question in the Facebook group, and I'll make sure at least I will come in to help you. Okay, I've been trained to handle a lot of this similar mindset, personal development issues, so I will be the one at least coming in to help you. Of course, if your brothers and sisters in this group can give you suggestions, can support you, they will do their part too. So this program is not only driven by me and David, it is actually a communal effort that each and every one of us will play a part to support each other. Okay? However, if you have got technical questions arising from Video Hero, for example, your question could be, I cannot remember how to use Moneymaker. I do not know how to use Video Profit Booster in a particular situation. That's considered technical question. You have your own Video Hero group. Ask a question there, not in the accountability group, because the accountability group is not the platform for you to ask all the technical questions arising from Video Hero. You guys will still get your support from David or from his online mentorship program. So let David handle the technical portion. This group, the accountability, is just all about holding you accountable to take action. So let us be very clear what to ask here and what not to ask here. Got it? Okay, so I think we have hit 20 minutes. Originally, I thought it's 10 minutes, but there's so much I want to give to you. I want you to be in good preparation before our first onboarding call on 1st of August at 8 p.m. Singapore, Malaysian time. Okay, so I look forward to working with you. I'm excited with working with you for the next 12 months. And David is currently away. On behalf of David, thank you for allowing us to support you and make this work for you. And at the end of the day, guess who will be the major beneficiary? Okay, who is the main beneficiary when everything you say you do, you have all been achieved. All the goals that you said you want to achieve is all achieved. Every single thing you promise yourself to do, you deliver. Who is the main beneficiary? Guess what? It's not us, it's you. Okay, so I want to see you in this 12 months, a fully committed and excited journey with us, and want you to enjoy every moment. That's how life is. Sometimes life will give you the ups and the downs. Like every single day when you are moving forward, there could be hills and valleys. I want you to understand this. Do not allow yourself to suffer from these valleys. Do not allow yourself, when you feel down, remember one thing. You don't need to handle this by yourself. You have this community, whether your brothers and sisters will be here to support you. And I know that the communal effort that we create here is a lot more powerful than your own willpower. As I said on day one in Video Hero, your willpower is not as strong as the communal effort. You are in this environment and allow the environment to support you. Okay, let's ride together in this journey for the next 12 months, soar like an eagle, and do whatever it takes to make it happen. On that note, thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing all of you live on 1st of August at 8 p.m., our group onboarding call. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Jack Wong here signing off, and have a good day, everyone. Cheers.